The Braves welcoming in the Padres for the home opener. 2023 rendition, starting off a 4-game set against the Padres here tonight at Truist Park. And the Braves in front of a packed house, coming off the sweep of the St. Louis Cardinals, 5-1. San Diego making the trek out east with that 3-3 record. Brandon and Jeff back with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, obviously we talked about it, exciting start to the season, and this lineup that we're going to see today has been so good throughout the first 6 games. Got to expect and hope that that will continue here in this series.
Yeah, and early runs. They've done such a good job of putting pressure on the other pitching staff early and giving the Braves pitching staff confidence. They're pitching to contact, and defense is playing. I told you, Snit said the same thing when we walked on the plane the other day. He said, that's the best 3-game series of defense I've seen in a long time. And that's what he said. He said, I've been around a long time. That was great. And so you got to love the way that the whole team's playing. They're playing inspired, and now they get to come home and play in front of this crowd.
And in the center of the diamond will be Spencer Strider, and my goodness, was he good in his season opener in Washington, D.C. He had 9 strikeouts, and he was just dominant, Jeff.
Well, he's got, he's going to light the radar gun up with that fastball. It's so electric. And then at the second, third time through, you started seeing the slider, you started seeing the changeup, and here you see in our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud, 6 on the fastball, 2 on the slider, and that last changeup was his last pitch he threw in that game in the bottom of the 6th.
The 6 innings got the victory through 96 pitches, and now number 99 is back and ready to start the home opener for the Braves against the San Diego Padres. So 10-4 last season, all the numbers from last year great, and you see the numbers that we spoke about Saturday in D.C. continuing where he left off at the end of last season.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 little nuggets. Last year, right-handed hitters hit 156 off Spencer, and he had 13.8 Ks per 9 innings last year as a starter.
Let's see the lineup that he's going to be facing, presented by your local Toyota dealers. And San Diego does have a lot of pop. Now, Fernando Tatis Jr. is still serving his suspension, but they still have Juan Soto, Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts coming over for the Red Sox. It's a very powerful 2-3-4 in the order.
Yes, it is. But this is what I'm more excited.
Let's do that tomahawk chop. Let's
Andrew
go.
Jones. Starting to get the crowd revved up. Of course, it was announced that his jersey will be retired, number 25, in September, as they chop here at Truist.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, he brought the fans to their feet, that's for sure. What do you think? You excited? Home opener for you?
Doesn't describe it. Goosebumps.
It's a little surreal, isn't it?
Been waiting for this moment. Everybody so excited before the game, just driving in. Folks were just packed in the Battery. Streets were lined, all waiting for this moment. And the home opener 2023, off we go. Spencer Strider with a strike to Trent Grisham. San Diego 3-3. Coming in here today, this one is fouled, and quickly the count 0-2. Padres ball club that split 4 with the Rockies and then split 2 with the Diamondbacks. And now they make a trip east. They'll play here, and then they'll play the Mets before heading back out west. This one down the right field line, well foul, stays 0-2. But this is, Jeff, a very formidable lineup. Obviously, as we mentioned, when Tatis comes back, it'll be even more dangerous. But Spencer Strider will be tested here tonight.
Oh, yeah, it's a good lineup, one of the best in baseball.
But a great start. Grisham down swinging.
And that's the thing, again, as long as that slider's down in the zone like this, when you're seeing 98, 97, as a hitter, you got to get going early. You see that pitch out of his hand, you're going to commit to it. And, of course, if he keeps it down there, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses.
How about this matchup? 2 young stars in the game, Spencer Strider and the 24-year-old superstar Juan Soto. Of course, he's no stranger to the Braves, coming from the Nationals to the Padres last season at the deadline. Downstairs 2-0. That one clips the bottom of the zone.
I think last year they made those trades. They got to the NLCS, obviously lost to the Phillies, and so they decided to keep adding again. Went and probably got one of the better shortstops in Alexander Bogaerts this offseason.
And he's hitting cleanup. This right on the carpet to Albies. He didn't have to move a muscle. 2 up, 2 down. All right, Jeff, our Ford keys to the game. What do you have?
Man, I'll tell you what. The first one with Spencer Strider on the mound for Birdie, watching at home, bring the heat. And first inning runs for the Braves. 8 runs in the first 6 games. You talk about really putting the opposing team on their heels.
Yeah, it has been hot start after hot start, with the exception of that one loss on the 3rd game against the Nats. And now Manny Machado swing and a miss at the offering from Strider. Braves never trailed in that series with St. Louis. 0-2.
We saw Strider and Machado took his timeout. How many guys did we see on the Nats call timeout after about 2-3 pitches from him?
Boy, he wanted it. 99. Count even 2-2 to Manny Machado, who recently signed an 11-year, $350 million extension. Part of the big spin in the offseason. They checked, but he did not go. Paul Immel, the crew chief, down there at first. Jeremy Rahak calling the balls and strikes. The payoff. Got it. Frozen pizza. Machado's done. Padres are done at the top of the first. 1, 2, 3. The home team coming up. Strider already with 2 Ks. Brian Snitker managing his 1,000th big league game tonight, and he rolls out this lineup presented by your local Toyota dealers. Starts off the same way it has all year. Acuna, Olsen, and Riley. Travis d'Arnaud will DH. That means Sean Murphy will catch. He's behind Ozzie Albies. And then Harris Pilar in left. And Arcia rounding out the order. And, Jeff, they will be opposed by the southpaw Blake Snell.
Man, you see, not off to the start he wanted. Did have 9 Ks in that opening day start against the Rockies, which he took the loss. Last season, kind of 2 different seasons. First 8 starts, he was 0-5 with a 5.13, and after that, 8-5 with a 2.57. He's got a really good fastball, though, and been one of the better lefties in the game.
And he deals to Acuna. Down and in. Acuna swings and misses 0-1. There's Blake Snell, former AL Cy Young winner with Tampa Bay in 2018. That was the best season he's had in the bigs.
Kind of odd. This is the 7th game of the season, and the Braves have seen 4 lefties now.
And the 1-1 from the southpaw. Ooh, squeezed that a little too tight. Atlanta in the first inning this year is hitting .483. Small sample size, but pretty impressive. This one line down the left field line. It's trouble. Acuna, leadoff double. How hot is that guy?
It's unbelievable, man. Through 6 games, he has done everything you want him to do. Defense, base running, of course hitting. Saw him signing autographs yesterday before the game. He's doing everything. Love it.
Already has a couple of homers, 4 driven in, hitting .370, and now that double to raise the average. Matt Olson, first pitch, backhanded at second, and Kim on to first. However, Acuna 90 feet away, a productive out. And now Austin Riley. Couple of homers in St. Louis, sitting on 99 career round trippers.
One thing the Braves struggled with last year was those first inning runs. Only 71, ranked towards the bottom, and like we said, 8 in 6 games. Chance to tack on.
And if you factor in the second inning, Jeff, the Braves have scored 18 runs in the first and second innings.
You want to know what Bob Melvin thinks of Spencer Strider on the mound? Look at the way the defense is in right now. First inning.
They don't want to give up anything. Ooh, bouncing it way in front of home. Snell's had a couple of those here. 2-0. Quick meeting on the mound as Austin Nola goes out there. That's a good point, though. He knows that runs are going to be at a premium, so that infield comes in, and now everybody's going to meet. Blake Snell takes a deep breath. Acuna down at third. One away in the bottom of the first. The 2-0. 3-0. Travis d'Arnaud waits next.
You can see it from up here. Probably not going to be able to see it on TV. There's 3 little ball marks about 4 feet in front of the plate. And all 3 of those are from this AB right here to Austin Riley.
This one is hit high in the air. Soto waits, takes. Acuna tags. Braves lead. A sky-scraping sac fly for Austin Riley. Time for our front door expert approach as Travis d'Arnaud digs in, and it is what we talked about, those first 2 innings. Now 19 runs for the Braves.
Yeah, they're hitting .433 coming to this game in the 2 innings. They lead MLB in all those categories, and right there, another great job. Lead off double. Matt Olson gets him over, and Austin Riley gets him in.
And d'Arnaud has also been swinging a very hot bat. .385 average so far this season with 4 driven in. And he's 7 for 10 this year against left-handed pitching.
Well, you couldn't see it, but after Riley got to first, he was mad. He missed a pitch that he thought he was going to absolutely. I don't know if you can hit one farther than he did in Busch Stadium.
473 feet, that homer he launched there. I think he hit the last ball 473 feet. It just went 473 to the sky.
Exactly.
But the pop of the bat drew a lot of oohs and ahs here at Truist. Deuce is wild. 2 down, 2-2 pitch. Count runs full. To the left side, there's Machado. Solid over there at the hot corner. On to first side, retired. But the Braves get him on, get him over, get him in. It's 1-0.
1-0 Braves as we head to the second. Spencer Strider back on the bump after a 1-2-3 first inning, and Michael Harris sporting his Spencer Strider t-shirt today in the clubhouse and joked, not that the guy needs any more confidence, but hey, I thought you can't ever give him too much props. And he joked, guys, he said, on a night where Spencer's on the mound, it's kind of like a part-time job for me out here in the outfield because he misses a lot of barrels. But it's okay if he wants to be selfish, and he knew he would bring his best against this star-studded lineup tonight.
Well, there has not been a ball that's left the infield yet. In the first, it was 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And now the cleanup hitter, one of the new additions to this lineup, Xander Bogaerts. And a great addition, came over in free agency, signed an 11-year, $280 million contract. He had been with the Red Sox since 2013.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about when Kelly just said what Mike said. Yeah, they probably just stand there half the game. Zero contact. Yeah.
Yeah, the 9 strikeouts against Washington, 2 already through 3 batters, looking for a third, and he misses, and the count evens. Certainly a tough out here. Bogaerts, well, he's been off to a hot start, hitting .409, already has 3 home runs.
Still tell you, I was very surprised that Boston let him walk.
Yes, I think a lot of people were.
Just the type of guy he is, the way he plays. He had 82 2-strike hits last year, led all of baseball.
So it is strength on strength here with these two. Ooh, did not miss by much. First base runner for the Padres is Bogaerts here to lead off the second.
First baseman, number 9.
Man, that almost looked like the same pitch that he struck Machado out on. Maybe it was a little farther off the plate than the other one. Still didn't miss by much.
Yeah, Jeremy Rahak not giving Strider a call, and now Jake Cronenworth, 2-time All-Star with the Padres, lifts this one to center. Well, Harris will get some action. On the edge of the track, he's got it for the first out of the second.
It's also a good job by Michael in center field, Brandon, of getting the ball in quick. When it takes you all the way to the warning track like that, that much time, a good base runner like Bogaerts, he went back to that bag, and if he at all lobbed it in there, didn't throw it quick, he would have gone. Those are the little things, and now you keep the double play in order.
So you got the reigning National League Rookie of the Year, and then the runner-up involved in that play for the Atlanta Braves. And there's a strike to Matt Carpenter. We've talked about the defense the Braves have played so far. Michael Harris, what a catch in St. Louis he had at center field. One and one. They asked Matt Olson after the game yesterday, because Matt Olson had a fantastic double play of his own, and he said, mine was good, but Michael Harris's was better. And the 24th pitch for Strider makes it 1-2. Got him. That is a strike. Painted the inside corner. 3 strikeouts already for Strider.
What a beautiful pitch. Went inside with the fastball and the other one for show, then comes back with that slider, inner half at 85.
Good luck.
Yep. See ya.
And he strikes out the veteran Carpenter, who's been in the league since 2011. Austin Nola, the catcher. Saturday against the Nationals, was looking at the pitch mix for Spencer, Jeff. 62 fastballs, 28 sliders, 6 changeups. He mixed that in a little bit.
We see that changeup more from him the third time through. That's when he starts sprinkling that in most of the time. Unless he gets in a bind early in the game, you might see him go to that. And that's where he, to me, separates himself from a lot of guys that throw hard. 2-0 right there. Majority guys throwing that fastball. He's able to just kind of mix in that slider. And I can promise you as a hitter, 2-0, you're not looking for that pitch. So if you can throw it for a strike, you can steal one.
Bogart's over at first, had the leadoff walk. And this one popped back, and now Strider a strike away from sending us to the bottom of the second. Strider, highest strikeout percentage rate of anybody since the start of last year, looking for another K. It's not going to be a K, but it is out to Harris, and Harris is over and closes the door on the Padres in the top of the second. Braves with the early lead, and they're coming back up in the bottom of the second, and we are up in the booth. Brandon Gaudin, Jeff Francoeur, everybody knows this guy. Andrew Jones is joining us in the booth, and of course we have to start by congratulating you. Your number will be retired later this season here at Truist Park. How does it feel?
Oh, wow. I mean, it's a great honor, to be honest with you, because, you know, when you play the game, you don't think about these things, and you don't think about get a chance to get your number retired. You think about going out there and win championships and trying to be consistent. So I think, you know, a lot of thank you to the Atlanta Braves that gave me the opportunity to chase my dream and do what I did through my whole career here.
1 and 2 to Albies. How did you find out, Andrew? How did they let you know that your number was going to be retired?
Oh, it was kind of funny because I see a phone call, and I was sleeping, by the way, around maybe.
What time was it? Around noon?
It was probably about 8:30, I think, 9-ish, I think, when Mr. McGirt called me, and I kind of was like, you know, he told me today, you sound sleepy. I said, yes, I was asleep.
But when you got that news, you had to just have a ton of emotions run through your head, right?
I mean, you know, I couldn't say nothing. All I told him, I say, thank you, sir. Thank you. I mean, it's a great honor. And, you know, it was a surprise. And, you know, I appreciate all that they did and make this happen. So I'm looking forward for September 9th.
Did you go right back to sleep after that, or did you make some phone calls?
No, actually, I started texting people that slip it out. And now it's, you know, the Braves had to announce it earlier. But I text messaged somebody, and then he text messaged somebody else, and then
that's how it got going.
Then it got it going, and it got on ESPN. So, you know, but it was a great phone call, and you know.
Well, I can say, Andrew, as a guy that played with you, and I know a lot of other former players, we all know it's well-deserved that your number is going to be up there around all the other guys.
I mean, like I say, it's a great honor.
There's a single off the bat of Sean Murphy, who's back in the lineup catching. So 1 on, 1 out. And let's take a look at our Zaxby's indescribably good play. And it's a lot of good plays from number 25, Andrew Jones. Watch and enjoy. I'm sure with all the great things that you did with and for this organization, does it ever get old seeing these highlights?
I mean, highlights are awesome because you kind of look back and see how skinny you were back then, and you know how good a player you were for a minute. But you know, it's great. I mean, you know, a lot of people text message me and congratulate me on getting the number retired, and there's you know, like I say, it's a great honor. You know, you know, going on the board with all the greats that play for Atlanta, and you know, and so many guys that played through the whole years for the Atlanta Braves, and your number is going to be next to them, so it's a great honor.
You've seen some center fielders cycle through since your time. This guy at the plate, Michael Harris, boy, is he special. What do you think of him?
I mean, from the beginning, you know, all that, how he started is just. It's just excited player. You know, all the action that he's taken, and aggressive, and you know, not afraid to make mistakes. And I think that's how you become a good player and make great highlights catches.
I tell you, I know you've watched the first 6 games. I'm sure some. This got a chance to be one of the better Atlanta Braves teams. When you talk about the lineup, the bullpen, defense.
To be honest with you, I was talking with Mr. Schiller, you know, I think yesterday, and you know, I I like what I'm seeing. To be honest with you, I like it, and it can be very exciting at the end of the year. So. You know, the bonding with all the guys, the stuff they're doing together.
They look inspired, don't they?
Yes,
I think of energy.
That's what I see. So, you know, I'm looking for a great season for them, and hopefully we can get that championship going again.
Well, I know this. I'm looking forward to September to see your number go up there, but you know, I'm going to keep pushing until you're in Cooperstown, and that's where I'll be in July.
Well, hopefully that's
roasting out there in the sun, waiting for your speech.
Oh, I mean, hopefully that's a start.
Yep.
You know, this past year, you know, the percentage went up.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. You know, I think, you know, I will lie to you if I don't look at those things, but you know, it's just.
Well, there's Harris, center fielder, stealing second base, getting into scoring position.
It's one of those things, you know. I mean, like I say, you play the game trying to win championship. You play the game to be consistent, and you know, you play for a long time. You put great numbers, and you know, after that, you know, people start comparing you to some of the greatest that play the game, and you know, that's how, you know, the Cooperstown road will start. But you know, if it happened, you know, I don't know, my speech will be very short because I don't want those guys to sit out in the sun that much. But if it don't happen, you know, I know how I play this game, and how my peers know how I went out there and about my business.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Kevin Pillar here with a runner in scoring position in the bottom of the second. Blake Snell out there dealing. We're talking to Andrew Jones up here in the booth. And this one is lined into the glove of Machado, so that will do it. Andrew, like we said, congratulations, and hopefully, partner, the next stop is Cooperstown.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
the great Andrew Jones. We'll be back in a moment. On to the third, 1-0 Braves. Let's take a look from our Xfinity Live Look Cam. Truist Park, of course, a sellout. They all are here on the opening homestand against the San Diego Padres. And Spencer Strider dealing with 8-9-1 here in the order. How cool, though, to have Andrew Jones up here, and how cool to have his jersey retired.
Yeah, it's going to be special. Can't wait for him for September. And, you know, anybody that played with him knows he's the best center fielder of our generation. And, you know, like I said, I hope this is the first stop for where he's going next.
Nobody fielded the ball as smoothly as he did in center field. There's just nothing like it. 2 balls and a strike. The batter is Rougned Odor, the right fielder. And Odor not used to playing the outfield. In fact, today his second ever start in the outfield in the major leagues.
I'll say, honestly, when I was writing the lineup and saw that, I thought it was a misprint.
And it's his 10th major league season, but just his second ever start in the outfield. But they've got a crowded infield, and they've got to figure things out as well when they get Fernando Tatis Jr. back. 2-2 will do it again. It's kind of strange, Jeff. I mean, they play the Braves here, the Padres, and then the Braves go out there and be done with them by April 19th.
Yeah. And sometimes the schedule's funny.
There's a strike. Already 4 strikeouts through 8 batters for Spencer Strider.
Well, and what happens here is guys you think that ball's going to just continue to sink and go down, and it just stays at that bottom plane. Look at that. It's just a slingshot. Of course, we've talked about it. Murphy, what a great job he's done framing pitches. Gets a call.
Yeah, that catcher rotation has continued here through the first 7 games of the season, where one day it's d'Arnaud, the next Murphy.
It had to feel good for Murph to get his first hit here and his first at bat at home.
He got his first RBI the other day in St. Louis as a Brave. d'Arnaud DHing tonight. Ha-Sung Kim quickly down 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes. 98 on that pitch from Strider.
Kim had a walk-off home run the other night.
They had back-to-back hits to walk it off.
Yeah.
David Dahl hit a homer to tie it, and then Kim hit the winner. That's another strike. Just beautiful location from Spencer Strider, and he struck out 5.
I mean, this, you get looking fastball and then you get that pitch looking. See how far out in front he is? He's gearing up for that fastball. It's a 98, and then he sees that and he just can't pull the trigger.
Of the 5 strikeouts, 4 looking. This is the one man who struck out swinging, Trent Grisham, back to start the ball game in the first. Clips the bottom of the zone, 2-1. This one shallow center. Harris will have to take it on a bounce. So a 2-out hit, and the first hit for the San Diego Padres.
Well, he made the pitch he wanted to, just jammed him, and like anything that's going to happen, especially when you throw that hard, you're going to get a lot of jam shots and broken bats.
And now another square off with Juan Soto. He grounded out to second back in the first. Braves jumped on top of the bottom of the first. Acuna doubled. Riley brought him in with a sac fly. The pitch count for where he's at, the 11th batter he's faced, is a little higher than I thought it may be, but
yeah, the thing about it though too, Brandon, when you face this type of team, it's, you know, it's not like you can just throw that fastball. So, you know, you might see that climb a little more.
yeah, with all due respect to the Nationals, this is just a much more powerful lineup.
For sure. And you know, it's why you're seeing a little more off-speed pitches than we saw up in Washington.
Two-one offering here to Juan Soto. And 3 balls and a strike. He's getting in here to the 2-3-4 hitters, Soto, Machado, Bogarts. And against 2-3-4 hitters in 2022, those opposing batters, a 166 average and just 1 home run. Pretty incredible.
That's why he had the year he had.
And the 3-1. 3-2. Come on, crowd, get behind him. Weakly tapped back where it came from. Strider to first. Side retired. 2-out single. Nothing else. On to the bottom of the third. As we go to the home half of the third, we look at our Xfinity Game Changer feature. Braves' success against left-handed pitching a year ago. Well, there was a lot of success.
Yeah, and they've again started this season right off doing the same thing. Second best record in the NL versus lefty starters. Have the best exit velo against southpaws.
And the only man who hasn't batted in this game for either side is Orlando Arcia, and he does the honors here. You said it, but the fourth left-handed starter already that the Braves have seen this season. 3-0. I do want to let our viewers know that we're in the bottom of the third, and my partner Jeff Francoeur has already consumed 3 oatmeal cream pies.
See, I'm going to do it earlier this year so it doesn't sit on my stomach before I sleep.
This one is drilled to left, and that ball is gone. Orlando R. See you later.
Get that kid an oatmeal pie. Talk about the balance of this lineup and that they can score for anywhere. Here's your 9-hole hitter, 3-0. You know a lot of 9-hole hitters that swing on 3-0.
Orlando Arcia.
Yeah.
Already his second homer of the season from that 9th slot in the order. All the debate about who the shortstop was going to be this year for the Atlanta Braves. Well, Orlando Arcia has silenced the doubters. (2-0) in the 2-0 pitch now to Acuna, who doubled back in the first. And Machado this time will take care of Acuna. He's 1 for 2. We take another peek at the Arcia solo shot.
He's just getting himself ready, and he gets a 3-0 center cut fastball. And he knew it. Lined into left field.
And what's that? Oh, we got to get Kelly on what's going on there.
Looks like a home run hat.
Because that did not make an appearance on the road trip. Kelly, what is that thing?
So during the Braves walk this afternoon, one of the fans handed that hat to AJ Minter, who put it on right away, and it is making its way now through the dugout, guys.
Wow, that fan has got to feel pretty
cool.
special.
Yep, pretty cool. That, who knows, that might be their thing, you know, I think. And they're figuring that out.
I guess that's how the random home run traditions start. You never know. A mile high into the Atlanta sky. Will anybody get there? No. Machado tried. Well, I got to tell you, I thought Juan Soto and left was going to come on and get that, but he didn't get there in time either.
Still laughing at the hat.
It's a different look.
It's a tough play for a third baseman going all the way over there. You keep going after it, but I can promise you Manny is hoping at the same time. You can tell by the look on his face or he's hoping Soto calls him off.
But he never did, and Matt Olson still has life. 2 balls and a strike. 2-2. Olson already 3 homers, 7 runs driven in. This one the other way. And it gets by Soto. Olson standing at second base with a 1-out double.
Tell you, Soto's lucky this hit his glove. It kind of slowed it down. I thought this ball had a chance to go all the way. Beautiful piece of hit, and watch this. He could have caught it. Kind of overdove.
You're right. If that does not hit his glove,
it's a triple. It's all the way to the wall.
Yeah, no question. Well, now Riley, he had a sac fly back in the first. Takes that at the knees. So Matt Olson's early season surge that spilled over from spring, that continues. And Snell's 0-1 bounces into Austin Nola. Well, with the Arcia homer, Another run early in the ball game for the Braves. Just continues to be a theme this year. Early scoring. One and two. In fact, the Braves haven't trailed in the last 29 innings of baseball.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad. I mean, that sweep at St. Louis. It was so impressive.
And to go there and do it against a really good team. We talked yesterday. I think those fans were stunned. About the fourth inning on yesterday.
And they really had nothing to cheer about the entire series because they were playing from behind the entire time. Blake Snell 2-2 offering, and now the count runs full.
And this is kind of was Snell's problem last year, was pitch count a lot of the time. You saw certain times where he would get 0-2, 1-2 quick and would battle all the way back to 3-2. Like that pitch there, instead of just throwing your back foot slider, he tries to make it nasty. And I mean, we've seen what, 5 or 6 now that have bounced way short of the plate.
And he's 2 pitches away from 50, and he walks Austin Riley. Time for our Yellowwood bringing the lumber feature, and it's the production the Braves have had from the designated hitter spot. And Travis d'Arnaud has been carrying that torch, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, the MLB average is 720, and you can see that Braves well over that. And Travis d'Arnaud, one of the main reasons why, 8 for 13 this season as the DH.
Everybody's in for a party on the mound here for the Padres. They're in some trouble early. Now they break it up. What an atmosphere here at Truist.
Wait till the game a little later when it's dark and they make a pitch and change and the cell phones light up. That's when it's really cool. Not that this isn't, but
they were out early before the game, as we knew they would be.
You did everything right today. We just got to get you parking in the right spot here at the stadium.
You know, you're the veteran. You steered me in the wrong direction. Oh. 2 on here for Travis d'Arnaud, and he grounds it foul. You know, I learned quickly that Jeff Francoeur is not only the mayor, he's the president around here. I mean,
I don't know
the
about
Red
that.
Seas part when you pull in.
Oh, is that a fact?
You know the ushers, you know the parking attendants, you know everybody, and well, you've earned it. Just a bit outside, 1-1. You mentioned it with Snell, though, his high pitch counts.
Yeah.
Almost 4.4 pitches per batter last year, second most among starters in all of baseball.
Man, it doesn't let you go deep into games.
One and two. The only one who had more than that was Christian Javier.
Well, and you remember Blake, I think, used to get frustrated when he was with the Rays, and they would not let him go deeper into games. We all remember that World Series that time. But in these situations here, sometimes that pitch count's high. You can't do it even if you wanted to.
Time called by d'Arnaud.
And there's no denying when he's locked in, boy, he's tough.
And now Jeremy Rahak, a quick word for Blake Snell here, but no violation.
Saw him at the end say no more. I don't know what he's.
By the way, there have been less than 1 violation per game so far this year in Major League Baseball. This one grounded foul.
Shit, the other day we had what, 3 or 4 in a game. We tried to raise that average.
Those were all on the hitters too, violating that you have to be in there and ready 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Here comes a 1-2 offering from the lefty. Braves already with a run in here this inning. Arcia led it off with a solo homer. Olson doubled, Riley walked, and now Travis d'Arnaud. This one sharply hit, diving stop Bogarts. And they will turn the double play. Boy, that was excellent defense on the 6-4-3. Ends the threat, but Orlando Arcia. Solo homer to left. And Atlanta is on top 2-0. Ooh, nice catch out there. Well, the news as we go to the fourth is that Michael Harris is not in center field anymore. Sam Hilliard has gone out there. We are trying to get some information, but we're learning on the fly as you are at home.
Yeah, we'll keep you posted. Hopefully it's nothing serious at all.
So Hilliard is the new captain of the outfield here as Strider starts the fourth, dealing with Manny Machado. There's a strike, 1-1. And Harris was on base in the second. Legged out a fielder's choice, stole a base. As this flares out into left center, and that will drop. Machado's going to turn for two. And the high throw, and he's in there with a double. So Sam Hilliard comes into the game, and immediately a ball finds him.
Well, and that was hit so soft, and Machado's smart base running because, look, Hilliard only probably had 7-8 throws to warm his arm up. It's a tough play.
Well, historically for Sam Hilliard, his defense has been a little ahead of his offense. He was a guy who made the roster out of camp. First year with the Braves after the last 4 seasons with the Colorado Rockies. Cleanup hitter, Xander Bogaerts. He walked in the second. This one the other way. Acuna over, but he won't have room. Kind of the first adversity here, really, that Strider has faced with a runner in scoring position. Strider sets and deals the 0-2. Grounder right back into the middle. Strider, and look at this. They got Machado in a world of trouble. They get the lead runner. That's a huge out.
What a beautiful play. Smart thinking, quick. Not only that, the best thing you did, get rid of the ball quick. You want to get it to your position player and let him get going. And defense makes another beautiful play. See how he gets rid of it? Let your position player go to work. They get the quick tag, and Bogaerts can't get the second.
That had some shades of the 18-time Gold Glove pitcher Greg Maddux right there. So you've got Bogaerts down at first. Jake Cronenworth is the batter. And that misses high at 96 miles an hour. Cronenworth, 4th season with the Padres, made his debut in 2020. Wasn't really a whole lot of fanfare, much thought about him, but then he made the All-Star team last year and in 2021. Takes a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, he got a nice contract. It just when you give Machado, Bogaerts, it kind of looks like he's just there.
But still 7 years, $80 million. But you're right.
Exactly, but that's
chump change, right? Well, look, the Dodgers have been the king of the West for so long. It's clear that the Padres are tired of being the little brother, and they've ponied up the dough, so to speak.
Yeah, but you got to do it on the field too. You know, it's kind of reminds me a little bit of Phillies and Mets both continue to add to their team, yet you got to knock off the team that's won it. On paper, it looks good, no doubt.
Now, they did get into the postseason last year, not by winning the division, but they were able to get in there, make a little noise, beat the Dodgers 3-1 in the NLDS before falling to the Phillies 4-1 in the NLCS. 3-1 pitch is out of play, 3-2. Here comes the payoff. And we'll do it again. Strider sitting on 5 strikeouts. 4 of them looking. Strider, who reached 200 strikeouts faster than any pitcher in Major League history, did it in 130 innings. But here he lost Cronenworth, and the runners are at first and second.
Designated hitter, Matt Carpenter.
Murphy going out there giving him a little blow.
Well, he's at 63 pitches now here in the top of the 4th. The word on Michael Harris is that it's a lower back issue, and they just took him out to be cautious, and that's why Sam Hilliard is out in center field.
We went back when we were looking at the slide when he went into second, and I think if you see, he kind of almost belly flopped kind of and landed funny, and you could see when he got up to a knee, a little discomfort.
Here's the slide.
And here you'll see. So he kind of hops in, and look at that right arm gets stuck, and then he gets up and he kind of just. See, he takes a second right here. See?
And then pulled before this inning.
It's like one of those where you jar your back, you know. Hopefully it's just a little bit of a, as they said, precaution.
And they did use that word.
Yep.
And it's the 7th game of the season. You got a star center fielder, a young kid. You don't want to take any chances. Meanwhile, 2 on and a 2-0 pitch here with the Braves leading 2-0. Swing and a miss to Carpenter. Carpenter, the longtime Cardinal. 3-time All-Star with him. This one lined down the right field line, and it is gone. 3-run shot from Matt Carpenter, and just like that, San Diego is gone from down 2 to up 1. And it's the first time the Atlanta Braves have trailed in 31 innings.
Man, when you're hitting against Strider, you want to see that fastball down where you can get the bat on it. And you can see him miss a spot. He's trying to go away, and he pulls it in. A little bit down, you can see Carpenter just pulls it. Remember, Carpenter last year with the Yankees got off of that hot start where he was just pulling the ball in Yankee Stadium.
First home run of the season. He now has 6 runs driven in. See if Strider can settle in here. 1 out, and he's facing Austin Nola. They say he did go there. Time is called here. Of those pitch clock violations, there were 77 of them coming into today in 91 games across Major League Baseball. Of the 77, 49 were against pitchers, 26 batters, and 2 against the catcher. And you know, we've said this a lot, Jeff, but it really mirrors the numbers that they saw last year when they had those rules at the minor league level.
Yeah. It's come right into spring training and now followed it right into the regular season.
And it stays 1-2. Did he go? Yes, he did. Oh, yeah. Austin Nola is the 6th strikeout victim tonight for Spencer Strider.
I'll say I could tell that from up here. Is that slider down? Absolutely. Way to regroup.
Rougned Odor. He struck out looking in the 3rd. Well, between Strider's great 6 innings in D.C. and the start of this game, it's the first time that he's been on the bump with a deficit this year. There's a strike, 1-1. The 1-2, and he got him swinging. Down goes Odor. 7 strikeouts for Strider. Braves now behind by a penny onto the bottom of the 4th. Braves baseball on Valley Sports is presented by Truist. The home opener here tonight on April 6, 2023, and the Padres with a 3-run homer in the top of the 4th off the bat of Matt Carpenter to get the lead. First pitch swinging in the bottom half. Albies sends it out to Juan Soto, and he's 0 for 2.
He just got it in on Ozzie on that one.
Ozzie has reached base in 17 straight, but so far a strikeout in that flyout. So here's Sean Murphy. First time the Atlanta Braves home crowd has gotten a look at him other than on television. And it was traded from Oakland in December and then signed a 6-year $73 million extension. And he singled back in the 2nd, and he takes that at the knees.
It's funny, when he got up there, the umpire gave him a little extra time. I feel like that's happened to our catchers so much. They get on deck and the hitter makes a first pitch out.
There's always that tight kinship between the home plate umpire and
like
the catcher.
You said, you better take care of that guy.
Yes, because he's taking care of you.
Yeah.
Sean, a Gold Glove catcher a couple of years ago for the A's. And this one is pretty well hit to center. Correction, it's very well hit. It's off the base of the wall, and it's a stand-up double for Sean Murphy's 2 for 2.
Man, I'll tell you what, the way Grisham went after that ball, I thought it was gone for sure. And it missed by about a foot. He squared this one up. Yeah, a couple feet.
Just missing his first home run as an Atlanta Brave. And now here's Sam Hilliard. So he takes the spot in the order where Michael Harris was, batting 7th.
Or maybe Murphy just wanted to get home to Atlanta, right? New home now.
I mean, think of all the guys that are from this area that grew up cheering for this team that are now a part of this team. It's really a neat story.
It is.
But Sean talked about just the excitement of the home opener and how for him it felt different because everything was new, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for a lot of the other guys, and Matt Olson last year went through it. 1-2. It was neat seeing the players' faces as they walked through the fans in the Battery getting into the stadium. Just a little more excitement. A ball and 2 strikes, and Snell misses low and away. Pilar waits next. So the 2 new outfield additions for the Braves this year. Hilliard and Pilar now finding themselves 7 and 8 in the order. 3-2 count.
There's another great example of just 2 pitches kind of just wasted. You know, non-competitive pitches off the plate a good bit.
The payoff, and he got him. That is actually the 1,000th career strikeout for Blake Snell in his 161st game.
The off-speed pitch, and that was a good one there. Tough lefty on lefty to lay off that.
And again, Snell has never had trouble with his strikeout rate. Last year, 7th best among major league starters, but the pitch counts can get up there. That one misses to Kevin Pilar. Pilar is 8 for 22 with 3 doubles in his career against Blake Snell. One of the reasons he got the nod out in left tonight.
I think that's a good thing. Pilar's been around enough that, you know, Snit and those guys, you can kind of give a guy a day off when you see a guy like Pilar have good numbers. He's faced a lot of these pitchers. Get him a good matchup.
Veteran outfielder, turned 34 in January. Tough pitch, 2-2. So now he's at 70 pitches. Murphy out at second base. Braves down 3-2. Here's the 2-2 with 2 outs. Grounded foul. Wash better be on his toes over there. One earlier almost clipped him.
He's quick.
He's very quick. He's quick with conversation too. That man is witty. This one into left center. The ball game is tied as Murphy chugs home. 3 apiece.
Say, Brandon, 2 out RBIs like that, 2 strikes are golden. They kill that pitcher. Change up here, and he stays on it just enough, gets it off the end of the bat. You talked about those good numbers. He drives that one in.
First run batted in is an Atlanta Brave for Kevin Pilar. Thumbs up. And now the man who homered in the 3rd, Orlando Arcia. The Braves a season ago, 312 2-out RBI. Led all of Major League Baseball, and now they've got another one here in the 4th.
Ooh.
Thought that was going to be 0-2. We'll take it.
That was a good pitch.
Snell laboring a bit. Perspiration on a humid 78-degree night in Atlanta. Had actually a brief rain shower 2 hours before first pitch, and then it cleared out. Thankfully, we haven't had any moisture since.
Nah, we're good.
Just had you crushing oatmeal cream pies in the booth. 2-2. You know how we track Ks per 9? Need to track OCPs per 9 for you.
That'd be smart, actually.
I think that's what we're going to do at home
on the Valley Bar.
Yeah. Then we'll track your weight throughout the season. Deuces wild. 2 down, 2-2 pitch. And the count runs full. Ronald Acuna would be next.
Really, both pitchers tonight, a lot of deep counts.
Ground ball foul. I mean, 78 pitches now for Snell. And he walked him. Good eye, Orlando Arcia. Runners at first and second.
Well, that one right there will drive a manager crazy. You get the 9th hole hitter. I know he's homered already tonight, but you get him with a couple strikes and you let him go to bring up Ronald Acuna,
who has had as good of a start to the season just about anybody across baseball, with his bat, with his glove, and now Austin Nola prompts some boos from the Truist Park faithful. And we get a quick message from Georgia Drive Chevy.
Chevy Silverado, the #1 selling full-size pickup in the greater Atlanta area. See your local Chevy dealer.
They're chopping at Cobb County with 2 on. Tell you what the Padres' tactic has been. They've had several of these long meetings in the center of the diamond.
Well, he takes his time to get out there to give him a breather. Yeah, this is how many games in a row now? Maybe 4 or 5 that we've seen Ronald come up for the 3rd time in the 4th inning. Shows you what this offense has been doing.
First pitch to him. It's kind of what he did early in the game, bouncing balls in front of home plate.
That's when you're trying to make sure you don't hang that slider, gets on top of it too much.
Ronald already this year, a couple of homers, a couple of stolen bases. There is some action starting to brew in the Padres pen. Kevin Pillar's RBI single tied it. He's at second. RC at first, and the 2-0 for Blake Snell. 2-1. Domingo Tapia.
Snell's considered one of your aces, and I'm sure the last thing they want to do is be warming someone up in the 4th inning.
Especially on the first day of a 7-game road trip. Tried to stop the bat, and he did. Says Paul Immel. 3-1. A walk would load him.
Hey, man, Ronald might have got away with one there. Yeah. You'll take it.
Now you got a hitter's count with one of the most dangerous hitters in baseball up there and 2 men on. The lefty deals. Walked him. Back-to-back walks. They're loaded.
First baseman, Matt Olson.
I must think that was the intentional walk right there.
Set up this lefty, yeah. Well, Olson, he doubled in the third, grounded out back in the first, 1 for 2. At every base. Nowhere to put him.
I'll tell you right here, obviously Matt's looking fastball, something to drive, but you can be very particular here in this case to me right now. Snell's feeling it out there. Nowhere to put him.
The 2-ball, no strike offering. 3-0. Miss, nowhere near. Braves back in front. 3 straight walks for Snell. And that is all she wrote for the Padres lefty. The Braves getting into the pin in the 4th. Back in a moment. Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. By Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life. And by Kaiser Permanente. Care for all that is you. Life imitating art. What a beautiful sight. And the Braves back in front 4-3. Blake Snell is out of the game after walking 3 straight. And Domingo Tapia comes on here for his 3rd appearance of the young season.
Hey, hard throwing righty's going to throw a fastball and then a slider off that. Made his Padres debut last Thursday night against Colorado. Allowed 2 solo homers in the first 4 pitches he threw.
If he doesn't mind allowing a grand slam, Austin Riley would take it. First pitch right down the chute. The RBI hit in these walks, all coming with 2 out here at the bottom of the 4th. Arcia, Acuna, Olson. 1-1 to Riley. 1-2, 97. He blew it by him. And the 1-2 offering.
Ooh.
Close.
Pretty good pitch.
Close.
I think that caught Austin off guard a little bit.
They were all waiting for it. But there's still life. That one, though, is going to sit him down. And it retires the side. But the good news, the Braves get 2, and they're back in front. Well, if you haven't seen the Braves 2023 promotional calendar, get a look at it. A lot of giveaways, a lot of bobbleheads. A.J. Minter's got one. Matt Olson, Outcast. The Braves.com/promos. see the full list, you can also purchase tickets there as well.
Love the cowboy hat one. I'm waiting for AJ Mentor.
Going to be a good look.
Got to grab that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And you grabbed us a couple cookies in between the innings.
Yep. Keep us going.
I'm finding out that we're going to need a treadmill in the back of the booth by the middle of the season.
Means you got to get your work in the morning.
Ninth hole hitter, Ha-Seong Kim, 1-2. Well, Strider gave up the 3-run homer to Carpenter. Braves fell behind, but now they get him 2 runs back, and he's working with a lead again.
Ultimately, you'd love to have a quick inning here. Be able to get him maybe one more inning, or at least send him back out there for the 6th.
This one weakly hit to left center, and it's going to be a soft single off the bat of Kim. Couple of those tonight for the Padres.
Yeah. Again, you know, when you got hard throwers like that, sometimes you're going to get that jam contact, and this was a perfect example. I mean, he throws it in. You can hear the bat break.
And the leadoff man is aboard. And now the lineup card flips over. Trent Grisham struck out swinging in the first. He had one of those soft singles in the third. Spencer Strider now from the stretch. Less work for those big quads to do. There's a strike foul tip.
And there's that changeup, and this you're starting to see him mix the changeups in, and I feel like he does that when he knows he's got about 20-30 pitches left. You'll start to see that come into play, especially on a couple of these left-handed hitters coming up like Grisham and Soto.
There was a lot of talk last year, people around baseball writing about Spencer Strider maybe needing that changeup as that third pitch for long-term success. Because it is easier, obviously, if you got 3 effective versus 2.
I think it's just another weapon for him to go to in situations like this.
1-2. Of course, the fastball is pretty good.
Again, I mean, it doesn't even have to be a great changeup. Just keep it down in the zone.
One-two pitch, got him. Trent Grisham down on strikes for the second time. Fireworks go off. It's now 8 Ks for the right-hander.
Then you come back with the slider on the inner half. That was a beautiful sequence.
So 1 out, 1 on, and here's Juan Soto, who's 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs. I mean, how big is it if you're a hitter that you've got to deal with Strider with 3 pitches versus 2?
Yeah, you know, look, and that's the thing. You've got to be ready for the fastball. It's not like you can sit up there and sit on something else.
They were just missing 1-0.
Say this, it's a tight zone tonight. It's a hitter's strike zone.
Different than what we saw yesterday in the day game in St. Louis. Good block by Sean Murphy, 2-0. That keeps Kim at first.
You got to figure day game getaway. It's going to be a bigger strike zone.
Worked out well.
What's up's got to make the early flights get in to have dinner.
I mean, yesterday was a 227 game. The day before that was 220. And this faster brand of baseball this season. And he falls behind 3-0. You got Manny Machado and then Bogarts looming. Oh, called strike. Soto thought he had ball 4. Quick discussion with he and Jeremy Rahak. Zone got a little wider.
Yeah, thank you.
A little taller. This will be the 89th pitch for Strider. He threw 96 in the outing against the Nationals. That one a no-doubter. Well, you battle back here and get it, that'd be a big out.
See if he goes that big fastball again, or if he tries to throw that changeup to Soto.
Wearing number 99, you say, come on, Ricky, give him the heater. Well, first the check over.
Give him whatever's going to get him to roll over.
That's right. He does have the number change this year, 65 to 99, in large part due to his favorite movie, Major League, and the character Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn. Runner going, foul tip.
You know, you were kind of hoping that he might be able to have a quick inning. Now you kind of unload the bag. Facing the middle, the heart of this order in the 5th inning at 90 pitches. You got to do everything you can here to keep it at 4-3.
The 3-2 from Strider. Missed low. Kim was on the move, but he'll get to stroll into second. 2 on, 1 out. Time for our Georgia Natural Gas Greener Life Impact Player. Let's look at these numbers for Strider. 13.8 Ks per 9 last inning.
Yeah, only Hunter Green and Jacob deGrom had a higher average fastball velocity last year. 58% of his strikeouts came on pitches 97 plus.
Besting Randy Johnson's numbers from 01, but now Rick Kranitz out there to talk to his young right-hander. Well, settle him down. You certainly want to keep him out there to face Machado and Bogaerts. Hopefully looking for a double play with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Machado struck out and then doubled. Machado, who's been with the Padres since 2019, and as we said, signed that long extension, takes the 1-0 right in there at 96 miles an hour. Litke is getting warm for Atlanta. And now 1-10. That'll wake Jeremy Rahak up back there. I always wondered how those didn't hurt more. I mean, that ball is coming so hard off that bat.
Best you don't know it's coming sometimes.
Goodness. 1 strike away from his 9th strikeout. Same number he had in the start against Washington, and there is number 9. More fireworks. That's a huge second out.
Well, after a bunch of fastballs, look at that thing. It looks just like a fastball starting on the outer part of the plate, and Machado can't lay off.
Well, you said it. Unload the tank.
Yeah, you got to go.
This is it. 95 pitches. You're facing Bogaerts. 2 on, 2 out now. 0-1.
Bogaerts was looking for that first pitch heater. Was going to try to jump on it. Great pitch by Spencer.
Steady showed him 84. 84 again, sliding too far away. 1-1. Bogaerts has walked, reached on a fielder's choice. He's been the hottest batter for the Padres so far this season, although it's only a 6-game sample size. 1-2.
Yeah, why not go ahead and make it an even 10 strikeouts, huh?
Come on, Spencer. Time called. A veteran move from the veteran Xander Bogaerts. One, two. And this one fouled for the right field seats.
Yeah, you can tell he's emptying the tank. That one 98. He's been living about 96 with that fastball this inning, and knows he needs one more pitch.
Number 99 is about to throw pitch number 100. Did he go? Oh, 2-2.
Say this was closer than I thought from up here. I mean, he definitely didn't go, but
runners at first and second, 2 down. 2-2. Ground ball off the glove of Strider. Albies has it, and he wins the foot race, and the side is retired. Strider gets through 5, strikes out 9.
It's time now to send it back to the rest for Big Freeze, presented by Racetrack.
Well, Spencer Strider just topped over 100 pitches, but got out of the 5th, preserved the 4-3 lead. 9 strikeouts, so that means that Strider now has 18 Ks through 11 innings pitched so far this season.
yeah, I know Spencer, if it's going to say one thing, he would love to go on another inning, but like you said, against this lineup early in the season, he had to exert a little more, but made pitches when he needed to.
4, 5, 6 for the Braves. Domingo Tapia back on in relief for the Padres here in the home half of the 5th.
How about the Freeze taking a loss first night, opening night?
The guy who beat him when he was midway through his sprint, I thought there was going to be a ambulance appearance out there.
He was going slow when he crossed the line.
But he held on barely. That one off the face mask of Nola. Freeze doesn't take too many L's here.
I feel like they gave him a late start tonight.
Make him earn it on opening night?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think you'd beat the Freeze?
No.
I think you would. You're a professional athlete. 1-2, and they climbed the ladder and got Darno.
I'd blow out.
Now,
see what I'm saying? I feel like they. Oh, the Freeze stumble.
yeah, the Freeze did.
There you go.
That may have been the clincher.
This is the best, though, right here towards the end. I mean, watch this.
Right about here, I thought my guy was
done.
in some big
Look at
trouble.
this.
I thought he was going to fall.
I mean, he barely creeps in. Look at that. I mean,
Those arms started to get very windmillish.
4 more yards, he takes the L.
Yeah, and he may have taken the fall, too.
That's what I'd be worried about more than he's pulling a hammy.
100%. Be worried about not seeing my grandchildren someday. Ozzie Albies has struck out and he's flown out. He's 0 for 2. Homer 4 driven in so far this year for Ozzie. Ooh, up and in at 98. Rolls it to first, and Albies is 0 for 3, 2 outs. And now a quick message from Truist.
You were my mother and father's banker. You became my banker, and now you're her banker. So unbelievable because I'm just 20 years old.
Been a good night for Murph. Single and a double and a run scored. That double straightaway center came a couple of feet from leaving the yard. Started the season 0 for 7, but we knew that wouldn't last long.
No, and it'd be nice if both catchers are hitting good. One can DH and keep going.
Well, 3-0. Sam Hilliard would be next. He replaced Michael Harris. Harris left earlier, if you weren't with us, with a little lower back tightness. 3-1.
See if Murphy can give this one a ride. Get started a little bit early and catch a sinker out front.
Now, foul tip.
He tried.
He throws that sinker about 60% of the time. Debuted with the Red Sox back in 2020. He's bounced around a lot since. Tapia has. Here's the payoff. Pop, foul ground. There is not enough room. 5 rows deep.
And not a lot of foul ground in this park. Which is a hitter I appreciate.
Absolutely. Pitchers maybe not as much. Such a beautiful facility, such a beautiful night here to start off this 4-game set. Braves and Padres. Another big swing. That one 99. Weather is supposed to move in tomorrow and Saturday. We'll keep our fingers crossed. And he walked. Good eye for Sean Murphy. He's reached base all 3 times tonight. So Sam Hilliard is in because Michael Harris, if you go back to the 2nd inning, tweaked his lower back on this slide.
You see, just again, the way he landed, I think he just jarred his back. And you can see with the hands on the hip, that's usually a good sign it's your lower back. Hopefully they can run all the tests and it's just, you know, as they said, precautionary.
Yeah, that was the messaging from the Braves. Hilliard's only plate appearance, he struck out in the 4th. That, of course, was against Blake Snell, the starter. So last 4 years with the Rockies, traded to Atlanta in November in exchange for Dylan Spain. That's how the Braves got Hilliard. And then he made the team out of spring training. And he's ahead here 2-1. This one to right. Odor runs and grabs it off a couple of bounces, and they're going to be at the corners. And Sam Hilliard has his first hit as an Atlanta Brave.
Good job here, just pulling the hands in. Pretty good fastball located in, and Odor almost overran that ball.
We mentioned it's his 2nd ever career start in the outfield, so he's not very experienced. But the Braves with an opportunity to tack on here. They got one in the first, one in the third, two in the fourth. Looking for more in the home half of the fifth. Kevin Pillar now. 1-0. Pillar, an RBI hit last inning, driving in his first run in a Braves uniform. A walk would load him and bring up Arcia. 2-0. Three and 0. Tense moments over there right now in that Padres dugout.
Yeah.
Skipper Bob Melvin's second year with the Padres.
Yeah, a lot of expectations out there this year.
Absolutely. With all that money they spent, third highest payroll in baseball behind the Mets and the Yankees. Tapia's 30 pitch out of the pen. So he's now at 30, and he finds the zone there. 3-1. Three and 2.
Yeah, it was the same kind of deal with Murphy on 3-1. You know it's coming, and so you try to sometimes get going early and maybe get a little too big, but that was a good pitch. Hilliard will be off here.
And Pillar is going to make Tapia think about it for a second. The veteran outfielder who's brought a lot to the clubhouse, they say, waits the 3-2, and it's a walk. They are loaded. Just like last inning. That's going to prompt another visit to the mound. They're going to talk it over. Orlando Arcia is having such a great season is coming up. Kelly, what is making this guy go so well this year?
Well, I think it needs to be noted that this offseason, Orlando played winter ball for the first time since 2018. And in asking him today why that was so important, he said, because I wanted to be prepared. I wanted every at-bat I could get coming into spring training, knowing that there was going to be a battle for that position. And I wanted to be ready to go. And I just thought that as much as we have talked about coming into spring between Orlando Arcia, Vaughn Grissom, and others, he put in a lot of work to be doing what he's done now defensively as well as at the plate to get this season started, guys.
Yeah, and you look at it too, you know, defensively he's done it from an offensive standpoint, swinging the bat, but you know, look, Dansby signed somewhere else and he knew he had an opportunity and he has taken it right now and he's running with it.
Has he ever? And he hit the solo homer back in the third. He walked in the fourth, and now he bats again here for the third consecutive inning. That's the 121st pitch tonight for the Padres. 61 of them strikes, about 50-50 balls and strikes.
You can tell. I mean, like I said, almost every hitter for the Braves right now. It's almost 3-2.
Bases juiced. 1-1.
I think it's the fifth inning and we've been through the lineup 3 times.
Tim Hill getting ready. This one the other way, and Cronenworth has it. Little pop and foul ground. The Braves leave them loaded onto the 6th. 4-3 Braves onto the 6th. Pitching decisions presented by Sage. Spencer Strider in line to get the victory. Struck out 9, Jeff, through 5 innings.
Yeah, and he did it with every pitch. I mean, he had the fastball working, the slider working, and again, late in the game, that curveball or that changeup started to come right there. You see it to Grisham. Got Machado on the slider and ended out getting Bogarts on that ground ball. 63 strikes, you see, but 9 strikeouts and made pitches when he had to.
18 strikeouts for him on 11 innings so far this year. Cronenworth, the batter, the new pitcher for the Atlanta Braves, is one of the new faces. First time the home crowd gets a look at the lefty Lucas Litke.
Yeah, Lucas warmed up in St. Louis the other day. And with kind of the matchups, Snit ended up bringing Chavez in to get that last out of the game.
And Litke's first pitch of the ball game is down and away. Hurler, who turned 36 a couple of weeks ago, debuted all the way back in 2012 with the Seattle Mariners. Last year with the Yankees. Five, 6, 7 in the Padres order. And this one is well struck to right. And Acuna will watch it go. A big fly off the bat of Jake Cronenworth, and we are tied at 4.
Yeah, this looked like a 2-0 just breaking ball that hung right in the middle of the plate. He's trying to go away, and you see again inner half. Cronenworth didn't miss it.
First homer of the season for the first baseman. So the Padres, all their damage offensively has been via the home run. Carpenter had the 3-run blast in the 4th, and now the solo shot for Cronenworth here to start the 6th. Now you're over here eating Cracker Jacks?
And we hand them out for the 7th inning stretch.
There you go. I like that. I'm learning. Where are the peanuts then?
We're going to get some too, you know. I know. I kind of get whatever they got up here, you know.
You know, might be some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. They say I don't care if I ever come back, but I want to come back. 1-2. Ooh, that bounces in front of Murphy. So a little bit of a rough start here for Lucas Litke.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how Snit is going to try to go with this pen tonight. And obviously, you know, if you get the leader tied, you see Mentor in the 9th, but I'd imagine the way Nick Anderson's been throwing the ball, you might see him.
It's a bullpen that coming into tonight has been really, really good.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, coming into tonight, the Braves a sub-2 ERA. San Diego's bullpen, meanwhile, almost a 6 ERA before tonight's action. Misses, and now the count runs full to Matt Carpenter. Here's the payoff. Hit sharply foul.
We've had a lot of 3-2 counts tonight, haven't we?
Boy, all the games that we've had so far that have been so quick, but because of those high counts, this game, even with a pitch clock a little bit longer, already at 9:21 here Eastern, a couple hours in.
We got spoiled in St. Louis.
I said it, 2:27 yesterday was the game time, 2:20 the day before that. Lucas Litke, another 3-2. They'll check down. He did not go, though. So the homer by Cronenworth, and then Carpenter, who homered in the 4th, walks here. And this bullpen is down a man tonight. And for more on that, let's go down and join Kelly Kroll.
Yeah, guys, Colin McHugh placed on the 15-day IL with right shoulder inflammation. Speaking today in the clubhouse, just said it's more sore than normal this time of year. Admitted his stuff wasn't good yesterday. His command's been erratic, and he goes, you know, better to be precautious right now. Take a couple weeks. He expects to be back on the mound very soon after giving it a little bit of rest, but did mention, hey, if this is August, September, he's going to be out there. But for right now, it's that early in the year. They just want to be in front of this.
Yeah, and it kind of goes to what we saw yesterday. Just for him, he's a guy, again, like Chavez, that doesn't nibble a lot. I mean, he's around the plate, and you know, yesterday he was kind of struggled to find the plate.
Yeah, he came in the 8th, and then Chavez would have to come on and close the door. So certainly hope Colin is back after the short IL stint. But does take an arm out of that pin. Jared Schuster getting recalled from AAA with that news today. And that means that Schuster scheduled to get another opportunity, Jeff, tomorrow.
That's why you just never know, right? Got to be ready.
1-2, and that one gets away from Murphy. So Carpenter to scoring position.
Sean did everything he could right here to try to keep this ball in front. He bounced 2 feet before the plate, and it just went off the side of his gear.
So wild pitch for Litke. Austin Nola's 0 for 2. The catcher waits and lines it into the glove of Austin Riley. Up the ladder he went. That's a big out. Keeps Carpenter at second. It's also going to prompt Sean Murphy to go out and talk to Litke. Got a pinch hitter. We'll tell you about that after this quick message from Zaxby's.
Zaxby's Asian Sensation Salad is back. And it brought friends.
The pinch hitter that will face Litke is Jose Azocar. With Fernando Tatis Jr. his absence, that has kind of created an opportunity and a roster spot for this young man. And he comes off the bench here in the 6th inning.
And playing matchups here.
This guy spent 9 years in the minors before getting his major league debut in 2022. Though that's a little skewed because he was signed as an international free agent when he was 16, so he's still only 26 years old.
Still, though, that's some perseverance right there.
Yeah, a lot of stick-to-itiveness. He's down 1-2, 1 out here. Potential go-ahead run at second base.
Boy, at the top of the lineup for the Braves due up next inning, you'd love to be able to get out of this thing with a tie ball game.
Two and two. The outfield, Hilliard in center, kind of shading him a little toward that right center gap. And the 2-2 from Litke fouled back to the netting. Neither team has been great tonight with runners in scoring position, a combined 2 for 12.
They're both getting opportunities.
Braves have had the bases loaded a couple of times. Grounder, and that stays fair. Riley throws across. Carpenter will hustle into third. There are 2 outs.
Damn good play. Make sure you get that second out.
Second baseman Hassan Kim.
Lucas Litke wants a new baseball before dealing to Ha-Sung Kim, who has struck out and singled. 27-year-old in his third season with the San Diego Padres. Grounder again to Riley. A lot of action over there at the hot corner. And Litke gets out of it, keeps the ball game tied at 4 apiece.
It's time to play Select Sprint, presented by Xfinity.
Well, 2 of the game's bright young stars. They're the spotlight of our GMC Making the Grade feature. Both debuted back in 2018. Soto 24, Acuna 25, and both very good at the game of baseball.
Yeah, they are. You see those numbers there. Soto's played 101 more games than Ronald, but both obviously 2 of the better players in all of baseball. Again, Ronald a little more athletic, as you see with the steals and the outfield arm and what he can do, but both dynamic.
And Acuna had a double in the first and scored. He's also walked, and he leads off the bottom of the 6th. And this one is hit high, too high, into the Atlanta sky. And interestingly, he hits it to Juan Soto. First out. He's frustrated with himself at that one, Joe.
Yeah, got a pitch he felt like he could drive. Just skied it to left.
Now Matt Olson. Steve Wilson is the new pitcher. Snell went 4 2/3, and Domingo Tapia. Now Wilson is the 3rd hurler tonight for San Diego. Just thinking back to kind of all the hype that was around the Juan Soto possibilities last year at the trade deadline. There were so many different rumors, but the Padres were the ones to get him. But since coming there, now look, it's a small sample size. It was just a couple of months left in the season, but he hasn't played that great so far. Ground ball, and that is fair. Just fair. Cronenworth takes it, and Matt Olson is out.
Yeah, you think about Soto when he went over there. You almost get the feeling last year, if you remember in Washington, he rarely got pitched to. I mean, he almost went up there holding the bat. And, you know, I feel like at times he's gotten to that walk mode. And sometimes, you know, like tonight, for instance, 3-1 to Strider. He ended up walking that at bat, if you remember.
This one popped down the right field line. And a great catch up against the netting for Cronenworth to retire him 1-2-3. We'll put a pin in the Soto conversation. On to the 7th. Austin Riley's at bat spoiled right there by the glove of Cronenworth. Tonight's Xfinity game break. Giants and White Sox game 3. Former Brave Jock Peterson top of the 4th. Giants up 2. 2-run RBI single to right center, and the Giants take the series and the win 16-6. 20 hits for them at Guaranteed Rate Field.
Ball must have been flying in Chicago today.
Yeah, the Windy City was windy, and it proved to be today. So Anderson is now on in relief of Lucas Litke here. He's the 3rd pitcher tonight for the Braves as we go to the 7th.
And we can see this season, those numbers right there: 5 strikeouts, no walks. And talking to Rick Kranitz, he said Nick Anderson could be possibly the steal of the year for them.
Small sample size, but boy, he's looked good so far. Misses there up top to Trent Grisham. Top of the order to be Grisham, then Soto and Machado.
I think this just tells you how your manager feels about you, that you're coming in to face this part of the lineup in this tight of a game. 4-4.
Signed with the Braves in November, 1-year deal. Ahead here 1-2. Now the story on him, as they dig for a souvenir, Jeff and I shared it last time he was out there, but Anderson's only thrown 6 innings of major league action the last 2 years due to an elbow injury. But he has said that he feels really good.
You know, it's like anything. That's the key. You got to show you can stay healthy. He had some great years down in Florida.
Debuted with the Marlins in 2020 with Tampa Bay. And now his first season as a Brave. 1 ball, 2 strike offering to Trent Grisham, and he lays off. I remember when you and I first sat with Rick Kranitz at spring training, and they had actually just optioned Nick Anderson to AAA. But I remember him saying, we're doing that deliberately. This guy's going to help us big time this year. And then 1 week later, after Kyle Wright got injured, he's called up. He did not go in the count full.
Yeah, you're right. He was very animated about how much he liked him, but said we optioned him, and then like anything, you're on the opening day roster.
Swing and a miss. Anderson continues his strong start to the season.
Well, he was relentless with that off-speed pitch. Kept throwing, trying to get him to bite, and he finally did on that full count.
And now we pick up that discussion about Juan Soto, who did walk in the 5th. He has led the majors in walks the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we said in Washington. But remember, there was the 3-1 pitch before Strider threw it 96 right down the middle, and he took it. And my point is, sometimes a guy like him, you want him to swing the bat. Even if he's got to expand a little bit, he's good enough to do that.
This one will reach the seats. He's down 0-2 quickly.
It's that whole thing. Look, trust me, I get it. Getting on base, that's important, and he's going to do it at a clip that not many people can do it. But at the same time, you also want that 35, 40 bombs and driving 100 like he can.
Just a couple of seasons ago, he was second in the MVP voting to Bryce Harper. One-two, grounder, backhanded Ozzie Albies. 2 outs. Well, this is the confidence that Brian Snitker has in Nick Anderson.
Yeah, you come in and do this, you're going to find yourself in some leverage situations moving forward, especially with Iglesias out and Mentor at that back end.
Iglesias still on the IL. Two balls, no strikes here to Manny Machado. Two down to the 2-0. Got him to wave at it. 2-1. He was fooled. Manny Machado, by the way, some of the most aggressive bubblegum chewing and gum you'll ever see.
You see a couple home runs where he's blowing it while he's hitting it.
2-2. And it's fouled back, and we'll do it all over again. 2-2 with 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Braves will have the middle part of the order coming up in the home half. been a little bit of a seesaw battle. Braves got out in front 2-0. Padres got the lead. Braves got it back, and then the Padres tied it. But Nick Anderson does his job. A 1-2-3, top of the 7th.
The Stretch is brought to you by Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life.
Welcome into The Stretch. Presented for the first time this season, we get to welcome you into the battery set here at Truist Park. Nick Green, Peter Moylan, Trevor Scales, and the opening day festivities seem to be ramped up for a second time this season, given the fact that we are finally here on the hollow grounds of Truist Park, Nick.
It was fun a week ago for opening day. It's even more fun for me when they get to come home. They go through the battery today. That was a whole lot of fun to see the players and the fans interact a little bit. Smiles on everybody's faces. You know it's an exciting time when Stetson Bennett throws the first pitch and the flyover. Peter actually saw this live. I just heard it. I didn't see it. But, you know, opening day at home is always fun. Arcia got off to a bang, too. His second home run is brave, 3-0 fastball. How about Pilar with his second base hit? And Spencer Strider, Peter, looked pretty good.
Nothing better than opening day, Nick. We've got ourselves a belter 2-4-all going into the 8th inning. This is the time the Braves fans are going to get excited because this is when we normally walk everybody off. So get ready, boys.
Got to lock it in, right? Like this is the time that you live for. If you're a Major League or if you're a fan of Major League Baseball, either way, we are looking forward to some more Braves baseball on the other side of a quick word from our friends at Georgia Natural Gas.
Ready to play ball with a new gas company? Georgia Natural Gas knocks it out of the park with simple service and great rates. And when it comes to helping the environment, GNG's Greener Life program makes it as easy as paying your gas bill. Sign up with a home team today at gng.com.
Home half of the 7th, 4-4. Time for our game summary. Brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. 4, 5, 6 coming up. Mentioned a little bit of a seesaw battle. A lot of action in the 4th. And all the runs for the Padres via the home run.
Yeah, you see Snell only 3 2/3. Even Spencer 5 innings with the bullpens. Both tasked with picking up some innings tonight, and see if the Braves can push one across here.
Darno 0 for 3. Still Steven Wilson out there in relief for the Padres.
I mean, heck, he only threw, what, 5 pitches in the last inning.
Yeah, you got Acuna, Olsen, and Riley very quickly. And that one clips the top of the zone, and it's 0-2. Travis d'Arnaud, one of the most well-respected guys in that Braves clubhouse. Really grown into a leader. And he's ready for the 1-2 pitch. And he takes it outside, 2-2. Steven Wilson kicks and he deals. And he chased it up top. Second time d'Arnaud has gone down swinging tonight, 1 away.
After that little slider away, he climbed the ladder on Travis. Got him to expand.
Well, Steven Wilson, who spent most of last year in AAA, just 1 big league appearance, but he has looked sharp here so far through 4 hitters. Ozzie Albies takes it high. Albies 0 for 3. I was reading an article yesterday, Jeff, about this reliever Wilson and how he changed his grip on his breaking pitch. It basically went from a slider to a sweeper, a little bit of a different look this year.
Yeah, I'm seeing these sweepers on all the thing. I've never seen it before. I guess you call it a sweeper.
He said in the article, Steven Wilson, he said it generates less swing and miss, but they also think less damage will happen off the bat more often than not. So he said it's like high risk, high reward type thing. 3-0. And the quote that was even more interesting, I thought it was a good analogy. He said it's like investing in the S&P over a risky stock, the sweeper over the slider. That's what he said.
All right.
And he studied econ at Santa Clara, so I guess he knows what he's talking about. His 3-1 here is hit high in the air. And Albies got under it. Just an eyelash under it. Warning track power, 2 outs.
Oh, man, I thought he was about to take that one out. I was going to say sweep the leg.
You were waiting for that.
I was.
Beautifully dropped. Sean Murphy's had a nice night. Single, a double, and a walk. This would be a wonderful time for Sean Murphy's first homer in a Braves uniform. So you don't remember hearing much talk of a sweeper when you were playing?
No, I've never heard people call it that. Yeah, I always heard slider, curveball.
Well, and it essentially is a slider.
I get what they're saying.
Yeah,
I mean, I read it. It's just you're seeing it now.
Mm. 2 balls and a strike. Should Murphy reach, Sam Hilliard would be next. Braves jumped out to the 2-0 lead, then lost it, then got it back, and now we're tied at 4. Hitters count 3-1 from Wilson, 3-2. Well, it may be a school night, but I'm looking around and nobody has left this building, understandably so. 4-4 game, bottom of the 7th, home opener on a gorgeous night in Atlanta, Georgia. Line foul ahead of it.
Well, you don't have kids yet, but spring break at most places right now.
I thought that was over. Is it still spring break for your kids too?
Yeah, we just took them out of school a day early to come to DC.
Hey, that's solid parenting. That's an educational trip when you go to the nation's capital.
Hopefully I didn't tell the people they were going to the dentist.
That's an interesting term for the sweeper.
Well, I saw that and I didn't know if I was supposed to say that or not on TV.
There's 6 of the 7 up there. 5 of the 6. Oh boy. Payoff pitch. That's the fastball, and that misses. So a 2-out walk. Murphy has now reached all 4 times tonight.
He's a good AB. Bob Melvin's yelling at the umpire pretty good right now.
Yeah, he's having a couple words for Jeremy Rahak. He said, watch the game. He said, watch the game, not me. Sam Hilliard. 3rd at bat after replacing Harris. 1 for 2. Clips the corner. I still think it's interesting that the sweeper has a different name on the old scoreboard.
It's got a lot of names, apparently.
Boy. This is when it's our job, Jeffrey, to keep the train on the track.
100%. But when you put it on the scoreboard, I mean.
Then it's a free-for-all.
Right?
1-1. '96, top of the zone. So now 1-2. One of the reasons Sam Hilliard was with the team out of camp, he was out of minor league options. Braves would have had to clear him through waivers to send him to the minors. They didn't want to risk that. Thought he'd be a key piece as a backup outfielder. And now thrust into action here with Harris tweaking his back earlier.
You know, I obviously watched him play some, but I remember in spring training we went and met him. He's a big guy.
So quite a few of those in the Braves clubhouse. Yeah. Deuces here. 2 down, 2-2. Got him. That's that sweeper. On to the 8th. Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Georgia Drive Chevy, by the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. And by Delta Airlines. Keep climbing. Flyover on a beautiful night before the game. Everybody honored, and now it's 4-4 as we go to the 8th. Hey, if you're interested in 2024 season tickets, join the new wait list. Braves.com/waitlist. That's where you go to learn more and to secure your spot. Padres in for 4, then the Reds for 3 before the Braves ship back out of town to Kansas City. And Kirby Yates will be the 4th pitcher, the 3rd reliever tonight for Atlanta. So Nick Anderson just went 1 after Lucas Litke threw the 6th.
Kirby going against his former team.
And against a very good hitter in Xander Bogaerts. His best year was with San Diego in 2019. He led all of baseball with 41 saves. And gets a called strike there. Bogaerts didn't like it.
And he's taking the timeout. Seen a lot of timeouts tonight.
Yeah, honestly, the Padres have been the most deliberate with their timeouts of what I've seen this year in Major League Baseball. And that one misses low and away. So a leadoff walk, potential go-ahead run at first. Cronenworth last time up hit a homer against Lucas Litke in the 6th.
It's been the next 2 hitters, Cronenworth and then Carpenter, that have done the damage tonight.
Carpenter the 3-run homer, and that's how the Padres have those 4 runs.
Kirby doesn't look like he can get comfortable on the mound out there. Keeps looking back, and Sean actually going out there to talk to him now.
Yeah, I think Sean realizes it, wants to calm him down. Thought maybe Nick Anderson would come back out for the 8th, but Yates coming out, walking Bogaerts, and now trying to deal with Cronenworth here behind 1-0. That one fouled off. So now 2 balls and a strike.
Did a favor right there. That was a ball and off the plate.
See if Kirby can battle here. Get Cronenworth before dealing with Carpenter. 36-year-old right-handed reliever comes set. And another foul ball. So 2-2 from number 22 on the mound.
For Kirby, that's the biggest thing, Brandon. He's just got to get ahead. He's got to be able to pitch. That's a good splitter right there. He's got to have that confidence to be able to throw that pitch.
He's got what he wants from Sean Murphy. Positioned on the outside, and the 2-2 misses out there. The 2019 season with the Padres, when they had those 41 saves, that's his lone all-star appearance in his career. And now he deals a 3-2 with a runner going, and he misses. So a walk to Bogarts, a walk to Cronenworth, and the Padres have something brewing here in the top of the 8th. Matt Carpenter, 3-run homer in the 4th. That was the only damage against the starter Spencer Strider, who lasted 5 innings. And the former 3-time All-Star with the Cardinals takes a strike, 0-1. And this one to right center. Both converging, and it will be Hilliard who gets there. The runner's tag. Dangerous slide by Cronenworth. Awkward, but he's safe, and he calls time. A productive out for Matt Carpenter.
That's a good throw by Hilliard, too. That was a lot closer than he thought.
Yeah, Cronenworth, I think, was a little bit surprised. That's why he kind of went sliding in awkwardly.
I would say sometimes this is a situation where you'd put him on to get a double play ball or anything, but with him walking 2 guys, it's tough to do that right now.
Infield in. Austin Nola. Didn't miss by much. Nola's 0 for 3 in his 3rd season as the starting catcher for San Diego. Well, there's a strike, 1-1. Big spot in this ball game right now in the top of the 8th. One and 2. One more here, Kirby.
That might have been his best fastball of the night right there. Come right off that splitter and throw that at 93, painted away.
Another timeout called by a Padre hitter. Batter receives 1 per plate appearance with the new rules. Yates with a 1-2. Got him. Huge strikeout, Kirby Yates.
A big time pitch. Follows it up with the same thing. He's trying to go in. Misses his spot, but gets the result you want.
And now he faces the 8th man in the order, Jose Azocar, who came in for Odor. First pitch to him. Called strike at the knees. This kid struggled last year as a rookie at a sub-300 on-base percentage and no homers. Oh, it gets away from Murphy. Runner coming in, and he's safe. Bogarts slides head first, and it's a wild pitch that puts San Diego on top of the 8th. Just when you felt he might get out of this thing.
Hit right on the wrist there.
Got just far enough away from Murphy. Now you got Cronenworth down at third. Trying to lay down the bunt. Yates, oh, he throws it away. 6-4, and now the runner going to be at third as Zokar cruises all the way around. And frustration for the Braves reliever.
Wow, what a call. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better bunt. I mean, even a good throw, he's not going to get him.
Yeah, Zokar runs well. And you said it, that was just a perfectly executed bunt.
Yeah.
Well, now try to keep that runner from scoring. Keep this a 2-run game here as Kim comes up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Popped up. Olsen is there. Foul ground. There's plenty of room. Side retired, but the Padres grab the lead. Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by your local Ford dealer. By Visit Mississippi, Wanderers welcome. And by Truist, when you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Well, back and forth we go. Now the Padres leading again, 6-4 into the bottom of the 8th. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam here at Truist Park. Sellout crowd, young and old, enjoying. Those are twins, right? I'm not seeing double. I think.
I would think so.
Okay, just checking. Well, it'll be 8-9-1 here for Atlanta. Kirby Yates gave up a couple of walks in the bunt single. A wild pitch. A tough top of the 8th. Let's see if the Braves offense can get the bats back going. That is foul by an eyelash. We'll have to get another look at that one.
It's kind of a late call.
Missed a double by that much. Brian Snitker wants an explanation. How about Snit managing in his 1,000th big league game tonight?
Yeah.
I think the relationship between he and the Braves has worked out pretty well.
I was in the lineup for his first game up in Pittsburgh 7 years ago.
May 17, 2016. This one foul 0-2. He officially became the manager. He was the interim, then officially became the manager October 11th of that year. And now 5 straight NL East titles. Of course, the 2021 World Series title. Still 0-2 to Pilar. Tim Hill is the long-haired lefty for the Padres. Upstairs and in. Fourth year in San Diego after coming over from the Royals for this left-handed reliever.
Pilar fighting him right now.
He had the RBI hit to Pilar in the 4th, and he walked in the 5th. Tries to go up and in again at 92. Got him. That time going away, a little outside of the zone, got Pilar to chase. Well, let's take a trip around the bases, brought to you by Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Arcia solo homer back in the third. Jeff, his second of the season.
Yeah, 3-0 fastball from Snell. And lined it right in the left field seats for his second homer of the year, and a nice hot start to the year.
He's walked and popped out since. Tim Hill has that interesting slot for his delivery.
You tend to get that more from right-handers and lefties.
This one the other way, and it's fair. Arcia around first. He'll try for two. He's got a double.
Well, when you get a guy like this, it's a pretty good idea to try to hit it to right center, and this one right down the line, and then good hustle. Just overran it enough for Orlando to get to second.
Yeah, he had his eyes fixated on his Zokar and right. When that got away from him, he took off. Now a grounder to short. Bogarts up and across and in time. It does move Arcia to third.
Now see, even just a base hit here, something, try to get that one run back. Obviously you'd love more.
See if Matt Olson can provide it. 1 for 3 with a double back in the third. Lefty lefty here, and this one foul down the left field line.
And one thing Matt did a great job last year, 36 RBIs against left-handed pitching. That was third in the National League.
Left-hander who turned 29 the day before opening day on March 29th. And he takes that inside, 1-1. Hill ready, and the offering. Fastball high, 1-2. A chance to cut the lead in half, 90 feet away. One, two. The other way, it's fair. It's a one-run game. RBI single, Matt Olson.
Well, you got to love that simple approach. You're trying to shoot it the other way. You're fighting to make sure you stay on that breaking pitch. And he gets a fastball, and quite frankly, who cares? You get beat a little bit. You're able to shoot it the other way and get that run. I know it doesn't tie the ball game up, but it cuts it to 1.
And it brings up the dangerous Austin Riley, but a weak tapper to third. Machado across, didn't get it. Riley beat it out. It was close.
Speed kills. Austin with good hustle though out of the box.
They are not reviewing it. Olson at second, Riley at first. Here's Travis d'Arnaud. Ooh, gave him a generous strike call at the top of the zone. Travis had a great start to the season coming into tonight, but he's due here this evening, 0 for 4. And down in the count quickly. Fouled off, still 0-2.
Expect Travis to try to kind of do the same thing Arcia did, protect that off-speed pitch by Trying inside out it to right field.
The other way, it's a single. Olsen around third. Safe. Tie game. Andrew Jones approved. 3 straight singles for Atlanta.
It's all approach. 0-2, he doesn't panic, fouls one off, and then gets this and just shoots it to right field. Knows exactly what he wants to do. And good hustle by Olsen here, knowing you got to score. Tie ball game.
And now, runners at the corners. Go ahead run. Potential winning run. 90 feet away.
Yeah, Travis, the last 2-3 years, Brandon, has done such a good job of going the other way. He's had more hits, I guarantee, to right field this year than he has left field.
Well, think about it this inning. Arcia went the other way. 3 hits the other way.
Yep. It's the right approach.
Atlanta has 4 2-out runs tonight. Looking for more.
You try to get big on a guy like that. You saw what happened to Riley. You saw Acuna, you know, kind of the ground out.
Ozzie Albies. 1-0. Ooh, chased it high. As the chance of Ozzie rained down here at Truist Park. This one out to left center. Will it drop? Oh my goodness, what a spectacular catch by Juan Soto to keep this a 6-6 game.
Man, I thought it was going to fall.
I did too. He came a long way. Well, you tip your cap, but the Braves even things up onto the 9th. Let's get our game nugget presented by Chick-fil-A as we go to the 9th. This is game 1 of 4 in the series. Jared Schuster recalled he will get another start tomorrow. Then Morton and Dodd coming up here against the Padres.
Yeah, you get 2 youngsters both making their second starts against the middle guy there, and Charlie Morton making about his, what, 300th 11.
39-year-old sandwiched in between those 2 young bucks. Well, so A.J. Minter is on here. And he's got to deal with 1, 2, 3. Brand new ball game with the Braves getting 2 in the bottom of the 8th. RBI hits from Olsen and d'Arnaud. Lefty-lefty matchup. 2-1, 96 at the top of the zone.
Trent Grisham was trying to put one in the chop house on that one.
Big cut from Grisham, who certainly had his struggles last year at the plate. Hit just 184. And the count is now even. Grisham has already fanned 3 times tonight, all swinging. See if AJ can make it 4. Well, there's another timeout.
The Padres set the record tonight for the most timeouts so far this year.
No question. By a wide margin. Again, you get 1 per at bat with the new rules. And they've used them often. Went down and fouled it away.
I don't blame AJ for sticking with that fastball. You can see Grisham long swing right now. Don't speed his bat up.
And the 2-2 from number 3-3. And this one high in the sky, foul, and that will be out of play. Since Strider went 5, we've seen Litke, Anderson, Yates, and now Minter out of the pit. Three and 2. A.J. Minter has not walked a batter at home since April 27th of last year. Now here we sit April 6th, almost a year later. And he walks it. Let's get a quick message here from our friends at Delta.
Braves country. Fast, free Wi-Fi is rolling out. Enjoy with a free Sky Miles membership. Delta, official airline of the Atlanta Braves.
So now you get into murderer's row here. Soto, Machado, Bogarts. Oh for 3 tonight for Soto, but in a Nationals uniform, he performed well at Truist Park. Had over a .500 on base percentage here. One and one.
A good cutter to get back in the count.
Kicks and deals. 1 and 2. That's right in there. All tied in the top of the ninth in the home opener for the Atlanta Braves.
Almost felt like that was just a chance to buy himself a few seconds.
Uses one of those 2 disengagements. And now ready to come plateward. Weak foul on the ground, stays 1 and 2.
See the bottom there. He's had quite the career at Truist Park.
Yeah, in addition to that, over .500 on base percentage, almost a .340 average. His first game here in a Padres uniform. Got him! 96-mile-per-hour heater from A.J. Minter.
What a beautiful pitch. He mixed up going cutter fastball, and right here just, I mean, beat him to the spot at 96. You don't see Soto take too many panic swings like that.
Back to the dugout goes the 24-year-old superstar, and now Manny Machado. His only hit was a double back in the 4th. 0-1. Thinking ahead to the Braves' bottom of the 9th. Murphy will lead off, then Hilliard, then Pilar. 6, 7, 8, the scheduled hitters. 0-2. He struck out Soto. Trying to do the same to Machado.
One of his disengagements. He didn't. He had 4 seconds left by the time he got the sign.
Foul tip.
That was a good changeup.
think about how he's thrown over to first, then stepped off the rubber. We talked about it in the spring. Guy who a little slower of a worker, has to speed things up this year with that pitch clock. Another 0-2. Grounded to the left side, Arcia. Oh, he tried to go to second, and he does not get Grisham. And everybody's safe.
I definitely think from here Grisham got in. They're checking it, but
yeah, he looks safe all the way. Yeah, no question. Surprised he didn't try for first?
Well, after he looked over, I thought he might try to change his mind and go to first, but that was a great sequence by AJ on Machado.
It's a hit for Machado. Runners at first and second, and now here's the cleanup man, Xander Bogaerts. Oh for 2 tonight with a pair of walks.
And if he's their hottest hitter, and right there, if you could have got him at first, then you could have honestly just put him on right here and pitched to the lefty Cronenworth.
But not the case, and now the 1-1. Ground ball. This should be 2. It is 2. 4-3 unassisted. On to the bottom of the ninth with a chance to walk it off for the home opener. Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by the All-South Highway Safety Team. By the Xfinity 10G network, the future starts now. And by Yellowwood. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it. Well, the MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Truist Park. Buy and manage game tickets, get offers, exclusive content, much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Here we go. Stage is set. Bottom of the ninth. Tie game. Sean Murphy will lead it off against this new pitcher, Nabil Crismatt, coming in for the Padres.
Yeah, pitched opening day and allowed a 3-run homer to C.J. Cron with Colorado, and actually he's allowed 4 home runs in his last 7 regular season appearances dating back to last year.
Are you setting the table for a walk-off homer?
Well, just could be, you know. He only throws about 25% fastballs, change-up 50% of the time, and a curveball slider mix.
Sean Murphy has not been retired tonight. A single, a double, and then 2 walks since. Crismatt's first offering. Strike at 90 miles an hour. Oh, 0-2. Nice pitch. That's tough going from 90 to 74 with all that movement.
Slow curveball.
It is slow and effective there. Crismatt shaking off a pitch. Now he has what he wants. And this one to center, but not nearly far enough as Grisham is over. And he's got it for the first out in the bottom of the ninth. But you can feel the energy in this building just waiting to erupt at the possibility of a walk-off.
Well, looking ahead, if you do have to go to extra innings, the one advantage you do get is Padres are coming up in the bottom of their order, where the Braves will be flipping that lineup.
Hilliard now. Rosario has grabbed a bat in the on-deck circle for the Atlanta Braves. Ready to hit in the spot of Pilar. 1-1. And time called by Hilliard. He replaced Michael Harris earlier in the game, and he hits this one high into the same spot where Murphy hit his. Zokar is there, and there are 2 outs. So Eddie Rosario will get an opportunity to be the hero with 2 outs and nobody on.
Fans here, you can tell, giving him a big round of applause. Always remember that postseason in 21.
Chance of Eddie. And the 1-0 to him. 2-0. Arcia would be next.
Good eye.
Rally caps on. 3-1, swinging at the 3-0.
There's that changeup he throws.
Three and 2, right in the same spot. Nabil Krismat trying to send this to extras. This one line to right. Eddie wants extra bases. Eddie's got extra bases. Winning run 180 feet away.
Well, he tried to triple up here, Brandon. Got him with 2 changeups, and he threw a 3rd one and left this one up. Look at those shoes. Got the smooth shoes.
He brought him back from St. Louis. Arcia now. Oh, got the generous call from Jeremy Rahak. Great night for Arcia. Solo homer in the 3rd. A double in the 8th. Misses high. All the drama, all the makings of a great ending to the home opener. 2-1. Two balls, 2 strikes. That one slowly curves in at 73.
That's where he got him on looking the first pitch.
Ooh, palms are sweating. 2 down, 2-2. Line drive, base hit. And he's coming around. He's safe. And the Braves walk it off in the opener. That's your starting shortstop right there, Atlanta.
How's that game for you?
Solo homer. A double and the game winner.
I was talking to you. How about that? Your first game here in Atlanta, man.
Unbelievable.
5 2-out runs tonight for this Braves team, and Orlando Arcia winning the position in spring training gives the Braves a walk-off. Beautiful night. How many times in the last few years have we seen them down and they just continue to fight back? The whole lineup so deep. Started with an Arcia home run tonight and ends with a walk-off.
Down 6-4 in the 8th. The Braves got 2-out RBI hits from Olsen and d'Arnaud. And then Orlando Arcia, the winner in the 9th, and he is with Kelly Kroll.
Thanks a lot. All the drama, the first walk-off of the season. How's that for a happy home opener?
Sí, cuéntanos la alegría que tiene poder tener el éxito que tuviste en tu séptimo turno de bateo.
Mira, contento, ¿verdad? Contento. Gracias a Dios di el gigue de Gracias a Dios di el hit de ganar. Le dije a los muchachos que si me llegaba el turno iba a acabar el partido y gracias a Dios se me dieron las cosas.
Yeah, I was telling the boys that if I was able to get that last at bat, that I was going to end the game. So I'm glad it worked out that way.
You certainly did. 2-2. Walk us through that, AB.
Sí, o sea, la cuenta 2-2. Cuéntanos un poquito más por el resto del turno de bateo.
No, lo que estaba era tratando de poner la bola en juego para que las cosas salieran solas y gracias a Dios salieron.
I was just trying to put the ball in play, you know, and so hopefully something will work out. And fortunately, it did.
It sure did. A 6-1 start to this season. Orlando, what makes this team so good, and how are you guys having so much fun?
Cuéntanos lo que es de este equipo, porque hemos tenido este éxito y qué es lo especial de este equipo, que lo están gozando y están divirtiéndose tanto.
Yo creo que es la alegría que tenemos antes de salir del terreno de juego, de que llegamos al estadio, estamos contentos todos en el club, y yo creo que eso es lo que nos ha ayudado por ahora.
I think it's the joy that we share as teammates and as players. You know, from the second that everyone gets into the clubhouse during the day, I think we're all happy and having fun, and I think that's what makes this team special.
We enjoyed it. Orlando, go celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, grape Gatorade for the win tonight.
Well deserved. What a game for Orlando Arcia. What a game for the Atlanta Braves. And what a start to the season, Jeff. 6-1.
Well, we've said it. They're playing inspired baseball, and tonight in front of over 42,000. They get the lead, they give it up, they take it back, and then they walk it off right here. A 3-hit night, home run, double, and then, of course, walk-off single.
Fantastic. We will have tomorrow off. The Braves play. Our broadcast crew will not bring that to you.
We'll be back. Day off tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be back with you on Saturday starting at 6:30 Eastern. For Jeff Francoeur and Kelly Kroll and our entire broadcast crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Stay tuned now for Braves Live post-game show presented by Xfinity. Coming up next, the Braves, a walk-off winner in the home opener. So long, everybody.